He says he goes out and in the audiences that he's speaking to, he asks them two questions. The first one is, he asks people to raise their hand. I won't ask you to raise your hand here, but he says, how many of you can say, in the humble confidence of your own heart, that you are a disciple of Jesus? Let's that question settle in. How many of you can say, in the humble confidence of your own heart, that you're a disciple of Jesus? Well, how do you think people usually respond to that? Well, raise your hand if they would say that. He would say, and people would sort of, a few timidly raise their hand and then put it back down again. Then he would ask a second question. How many of you can say in the confidence of your own heart that you are a true Christian rather than a true disciple? People would raise their hands very rapidly. Hesitant about being a true disciple, confident about being a true Christian. So my question to you is, what's the difference there? What's going on? Is there a distinction, biblically, between being a Christian and being a disciple? Are they not one and the same? Is that a distinction that we have made and allowed ourselves to live with? And what I would say is that we have made peace in the church with an unbiblical distinction, that you can be a Christian without being a disciple. Let me go to one other slide here. I got this quote from one of Dallas Willard's books, and Dallas Willard shares about a pastor who had a woman come up to him after worship one Sunday morning, and the woman said to him, you know, Pastor, I just want to be a Christian. I don't want to be a disciple. I like my life the way it is. I believe that Jesus died for my sins and I will be with him when I die. Why do I have to be a disciple? Okay, you're the pastor listening to this woman. What would you say to her? What would your retort be to her? That I don't want to be a disciple, I just want to be a Christian. And she obviously is making some distinction here that being a disciple is going to mess up her life, in terms of what she's going to have to do. So.